You are watching Father Fish. Now please enjoy the video.
Here, but you like cause our dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, cause our dreams bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back home. There's a time that I remember, cause I did not know the pain. When I believed in forever, everything will stay the same. Now my hope you like December, for somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, I know we will let it. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Everything won't be
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Father Fish.
Joshua. Brentwood.
And hey. And I
El Guta, welcome. El Guta is our newest member. Welcome.
There's Sunset Jim.
Sunset. Howard Van Tassel. Hello, Howard.
Howard.
Long time. Nice to see you.
Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Greg. Corey. His name.
Goodness sakes. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Father Fish. Hey, everybody.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you, too. Shoot, it got hot today. It's hot in here.
You know, it got cold here.
Oh, it was real cold.
Night, it was cold last night. It got down into the 50s, I think.
Yeah, it snowed here yesterday morning, and now it's like 60 degrees.
Wow. 3G. Hello, 3G. Corey Felton.
Hi,
Corey. Oh, Glory. Let's see. Corey doesn't have a wrench.
No.
Let's deal with that.
Corey said he grew up in Venice and graduated in 1999.
Did he really?
Pretty cool.
Oh, super. 1999. That's before I opened the shop.
Was it?
Yeah, I opened the shop around 2005.
Okay.
Somewhere along in there. Howard Van Tassel. I wanted to mention El Yuta joined the channel. All of the old live streams and a lot of the videos, the older videos, are available to members only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, membership's $5 a month. So you get. There are about 400 live streams, and probably 100 of the videos are members only. I've kept those. I haven't finished the process yet. I want to be sure to keep videos available to new people who want to know the basics of setting up a tank and carrying it and, those kinds of things. Some of the probably more popular videos will remain free, but the great Father Fish library of nearly 1,000 videos is going to be predominantly available for members only for a tiny amount of money. We need to be able to do the best we can at our old age here. And it's getting to be a struggle. So
I'm with you.
Looking for ways to make a few bucks.
Yeah, I know that feeling. was telling Father Fish before the stream, I haven't worked in 6 years. I'm technically disabled, but I don't receive benefits. And I don't know how long it's going to take. So we were struggling. I had to go to work, and I don't know what to think about it yet.
Really?
I'll probably feel better when I get my first paycheck, but
For sure. Vino Pandit.
from the
Pandit, welcome. Hello.
watching
Nice
from
to
the
meet
UK,
Good to who is?
Vinod.
Is that
Vinod.
right? I was
Yes, sir.
wondering. Vinod, whatever. Yeah.
Welcome,
Oh my
welcome.
goodness. TC Aquariums in Fort Pierce. Oh, that's cool, Corey. We'll have to come visit
Nice.
sometime. I've not been to Fort Pierce. I've not been to a lot of places in Florida. It's just kind of remarkable. Florida's really a big state.
Yeah.
Roman is here. Hey, Roman.
Roman
Roman Sharat. Nice to see you.
and Robert. Hello. And Fanaticals.
Fanaticals is here. Hey, Fanaticals. Nice to see you.
Oh gosh, it's so hot in here. I'm like sweating. It's running down my eyes. James Green.
Oh, TC Aquarium in Fort Pierce. I gotta go. I don't know where Fort Pierce is. Where is Fort Pierce? Fort Pierce.
Oh, I know Fanaticals. Fanaticals loves your shirt. That is an awesome shirt.
You know, this is the backside of the Tampa Aquarium Society's 2022 T-shirt. I don't know if you can see their logo.
Oh,
Where's their
poor you.
logo? I can't see it.
Oh, it's what?
There it is.
There it is.
So I'm wearing it backwards.
I was going to say, I think you're wearing it backwards,
I am wearing it backwards.
but it was purposely done.
Right. I wear it, yeah, because it's so cool.
Hey, T-Bone and James Geit.
Florida.
Good to see y'all.
Okay, Fort Pierce.
Ooh, Vinod
it's
just
on the-
discovered you today.
Pardon? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fort Pierce is on the East Coast. Let's see what it's near.
Let's see. We did have a question back here. Okay.
North of Port St. Lucie. So it's way up. Oh, no, it isn't either. It's almost directly across above Lake Okeechobee. I can get there. That's easy. That's Route 70, straight shot.
Straight shot.
Straight shot on Route 70. Route 70 is one of my all-time favorite collecting spots. There is a freshwater stream there that is absolutely to die for.
Oh, nice.
27.
Ooh.
I think 27. Oh, yeah, this is cool. It is half an hour from Lucas's new home. So
Yeah, you were saying he did a live stream yesterday and showed his new place.
He did, yeah.
I'm gonna go find that.
It's amazing. It is more property than I thought. He said they had only seen it one time. Pretty impressive. I mean, I don't know how many acres it is. 10 acres, could be 20. Just a lot of open field, but 2 large ponds, a house.
Oh, man.
Nice-sized house, an older Florida house, and it's a wood frame house, and a beautiful barn. Barn is 40 by 50, maybe about 2,000 square feet, insulated, wired. I guess it's plumbed. That'll be easy enough to do if it's not. But boy, wonderful. Great.
Sunset Gin City's got 30 acres.
Oh,
wow.
My word, is that right?
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, it's a big piece of property. It's pretty impressive.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see what he does with that. But now he got rid of, when he sold his house, he sold it with the fish room just the way it was.
Yeah,
All the
basically.
fish. So he
He
didn't take
brought a few.
anything with him.
He brought a few tanks down with him, but not many. So he's
Yeah.
going to be looking for tanks.
Oh yeah.
I do have
Uh,
sources, so I want to get in touch with them. I've
You
got
know a
about
guy that knows a guy?
well, I got about 100 tanks in storage that
Oh yeah.
that I'd be happy to
Oh, that would be
put on
awesome.
him. What plants would you use in
Yep.
a micro 12-inch cube
Thank
tank?
you. That's what I was getting ready to tell you.
You, Carradina, want to do shrimp in it, but not sure what plants to use. What kind of substrate are you going to do, Chris?
Like me and mine, I have well, I've got like dwarf sage and crypt wendtii, or however you say that. How do you say that? Crypt
Wenty.
wendtii. Okay. And I have a lot of Anubias. Anubias, you don't have to plant the substrate. You just put it on hardscape. That Father Fish had sent me. And what I got water lettuce if the light's good enough. Water lettuce, you can do that for a floater. What else is in there? There's something I'm missing. Something. I have Pogo stem and Stellatus opticus in mine too, which is usually
Oh,
a
I
big.
like it. Yeah, he's got sand. Okay,
Oh, good.
if you do not have if you do not have it dirted, if it's not dirted, that means that your substrate is not going to have nutrients in it for a minimum of 6 months. So you want to do the kind of things that Mary's talking about. You want to do like Java fern, Java moss, Anubias, stuff that is going to not be rooted plants, floating plants, certainly, those kinds of things. Water sprite's nice. Water
yeah.
sprite will do real well, and it will teach you when the substrate has become rich enough to be able to sustain rooted plants, because it'll keep testing the substrate, and once it's able to find nutrition, it'll start growing in the substrate. So water sprite is a really good test plant, kind of a bird, a canary in a coal mine.
Right.
It'll teach you when your substrate is rich enough to grow planted plants. Now, are you deliberately not doing a soil base? Or are you just doing sand? And if
Right.
so, why? Corey Felton, do you think mangrove propagation around Lake Okeechobee? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, there are no. Just trying to think. There are no mangroves around Okeechobee. That is weird, isn't it? Why is that? It just seems odd to me that there would not be. Much better, Gren. What is Gren saying is much better? I don't know.
Oh, I was asking if my internet looked better because we got a booster. So I'm wondering if I'm coming through. I'm not all pixelated.
Yeah.
Now y'all can see my wrinkles. Too coolie, hey.
Chris would be open to putting in a dirt base. If you put it an inch, even half inch to 3/4 of an inch of soil, half inch would be adequate. It's a little tiny tank. And then an inch to an inch and a half. Yeah, you see what Mary's done with that size tank.
That's a 3-gallon. And
Yeah,
like Papa said, I laid a layer of soil in the bottom, which I get soil out of my yard, but you get organic, like Father Fish is saying, and just built it up. It's like 2 inches on this side, but it's built up to have a hillside on it. So, but I love it.
So yeah, you can do 2 inches. You can do an inch to an inch and a half of sand as a cap on that dirt, and it'll be perfectly adequate. It'll work fine. Too cooling for schooly. Hello. Verily. Hi there.
Verily.
Verily, verily, right?
Gotta send two coolies some hugs. There's your
Really interesting, Corey. Yeah, I access, of course, is what would limit that for a lot of people, but it certainly would stabilize Okeechobee. I'm not. I've only been there a few times. I'm really not familiar with the ecology of Okeechobee. Um, it's a massive lake, of course, and
stuff.
it's a shallow lake for the most part. So you get mangroves going in it. It could become easily an Everglades kind of environment where it wouldn't fill up, but the shoreline certainly over a period of time would become very deep. Like you know, I mean, Okeechobee is miles long and wide. It's like an inland sea almost. It's a huge, huge lake. I hadn't heard about that. Had not considered it. I don't. I've only been there a few times and collecting, and I've not been in a boat in Okeechobee, so I don't know much about it.
I see Kenneth has come in,
You keep
and
dirt dry before you sand cap. No, Chris, make it in the mud. If you get over to Discord, the top of the channel, the top of the platform, has a channel called FAQ.
I'll give you the
That
Discord
has
link.
the entire formula on it for the dirted substrate, including the technique of how to set it up. Make mud, let the mud sit overnight. You want mud, not soup.
Right.
To be mud pie consistency, not soupy. You don't want water sitting in it. Um, and then put it in half an inch to 3/4 of an inch deep, and cap it with an inch of sand. A little better if you want. Mix my dirt into mud. That's right, Howard. That's
Uh-oh.
exactly right.
There it is.
Oh, Corey's
Oh,
talking about, yeah, I had them in my shop as well, salt and fresh, and they really were great fun. Um, they grew well. They were they did a they do really well in deep substrate, dirty deep substrate. They'll do well in sand too, for that matter. But all of my tanks were dirty deep substrate, including my saltwater, and I had mangroves growing in them. It was really quite nice. It was surrounded by mangrove before the levee was built. Okay, so that would return it to its original character. It does seem odd. I wondered about that. Ready to fiddle with dirt, Cred says. All right,
yes. Do it,
go
Chris.
for
And I've done some, like my little tanks, a lot of them I've done videos on how I set them up. And I usually sometimes I just take old substrate out of tanks and mix it with the dirt and some of all the fish's supplement. And then I just cap it with sand.
Right, right.
Let's see.
MX Rider, hello, MX Rider. Nice to have you on board. A new follower. Lovely to have you
Thank
here.
you. I appreciate that.
I don't
So-
know MX Rider's life story. Tell me a little bit. Mary.
I'm just, well, I think he's watched my video with my life story on it. And that was one of the hardest
said
things.
that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. He was talking about you. Right. I got confused. My brain did like an internal flip. Totally misread. Totally misread the comment. Oh dear. A new follower of Mary's.
Thank you so
There
much.
you go. You bet. Got it now.
Let's see if there was something. Oh, I was thinking, or Howard was saying his fish tank. He got home from work a couple of weekends ago and came home to water all over the floor.
Oh, no.
Sea blew out on my Red Sea. Oh, it's just terrible. Okay.
Next
Nautical.
page saying, yeah, that works.
Hey, Fish Tropic. That's me. I'm kind of all over the place right now from working all week. And then I was telling Father Fish I came in, and that little tank right there has a filter compartment back there, and my fish and my mystery snail was gone. I found her down in the compartment, but I can't find Betty White, my mystery snail. I'm so, it's a sad day.
The cat's got her.
I'm afraid so, because I've looked everywhere.
You probably find her in a corner.
Unless she fell in this, which I doubt it. But if she did, there's a lot of places she could hide. So maybe.
Yeah, that's possible. T-Bone.
Oh, really? No, T-Bone? I've got black diamond. That's what's in these.
Well, you need dirt under it.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I've got dirt underneath it, but black diamond on top.
Yeah, you need dirt in there to make it work.
Oh, no, T-Bone. Because I don't think it's never changed any of the water parameters. But now, if you just had that only with no dirt underneath it, it probably, yeah.
That's probably what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yes, Chris, you could mix in some of that aged sand in with it.
Oh. I had a thought this morning. Actually, I've been thinking about how to reinvigorate my channel, and I've got a couple of ideas. The arc is one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Fish, my oldest fish.
Yeah, and that's right.
What is my oldest fish?
Or maybe what's the oldest fish you kept or had?
The oldest one doesn't live here anymore. The Frank has the oldest one.
Was that the what you call it?
The siren.
Yeah, the siren.
Yeah, the siren salamander.
So
it's doing fine.
Oh, good. I didn't know Frank had it. That's cool.
Yeah, there's Paul Middlemist.
Hey, Paul.
Other fish legend.
Yeah, legend.
Legend. I got to turn Paul blue here. Give him a
yes, sir.
Anyway, the two things I was thinking about. One is the notion of a private collection of fish and other animals as an ark, and I think that's a critical concept, particularly facing this Lacey Act thing, which, by the way, is going to committee within a week. It'll be before committee.
Oh, exactly. We're going to see something.
We'll know within 2 to 3 weeks. We'll know by the end of the month what's going to happen. I did post a link, a list of all of the senators and representatives who are on that committee. It's 125 or so. It's a load of people on it. Contact those, go through the list and contact people who you feel like you have for some reason to believe will read your message or potentially be influenced by it. What are you saying, Fish Central, Fish Tropic?
Hey, John Sua.
6 years. I was talking to somebody yesterday who had 2 fish that were 30 some years old.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember. It was Friday. I think the Friday stream it came up, and I don't remember what they are. But I believe they were fish, 33 years old.
That's incredible.
Anyway, the arc is one thing. The other is the whole concept of a natural tank. Because here's the thing about a natural tank. I've had people say, well, you can't really have a natural tank. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Walk outside and look in a bucket that's been sitting outside for a year or more that's got water in it. Look in a little tub, a tiny little ditch, any small environment that's full of water that's been there for an extended period of time, and it will be fully balanced and full of life. Now, think about that and consider that. That means that size has nothing to do with it. Oh, sure, if you put your fish tank outside, it'll get sunlight and rain. Well, duh. You can duplicate that indoors by doing water changes and by just putting it in a place where it'll get a little sunlight and or putting a good light on it. You know, light is light. We can't duplicate the sun, but we can sure take advantage of it. So anyway, the upshot of it is you really can create a natural environment in your fish tank that is every bit as natural as as a, as a little pond you might create outside. Now, the benefit of that, of course, is that it's very stable. It's dependable, it's stable, it's healthy. It allows fish to thrive and grow without stress. And that's the real benefit of any aged body of water, regardless of the size. As it ages, it becomes more stable and it'll become more healthy and become more balanced and it'll be able to provide a healthy environment for the animals that are living in it. So those are the two critical issues. The concept of an ark and each of us as a Noah and creating a natural environment where virtually any animal you're able to get can live. If we are to rescue and save endangered species and other species that are threatened, we need to be able to do this in a way that maintains those animals long term. That means we need to have stable, natural environments to hold them in. So anyway, that's the direction I'm wanting to go in with the channel.
You know, I had a good example of that with that first tank I had when we had a death in the family, and I had to leave my aquariums for 6 months with nobody there to do water changes, nobody feeding. I mean, I had little fish, you know, I had like a betta sorority and some white skirt tetras and cory cats and a little bristlenose in there. But it had a good deep substrate. And when I came back, of course, the water was, you know, halfway down. It had mulm and all kind of stuff in it. But the water itself was perfect. Even the filter had stopped. And I didn't lose any fish. And that was just incredible.
Isn't that amazing? Herp
It
diversity. Hey, Herp, good to see you. Fins and Filters. Hi, Fins and Filters.
Hey, guys.
Fish Tropic Canada. Are we keeping water first, then fish?
Mhm.
No.
Oh, well.
No. A few fish go in the tank right away.
Thank you.
Like basically day one. Not a lot, a few, because you've got to build up that biobase. You're going to build up the nitrifying bacteria and everything else that goes into creating a balanced tank. But you can't even start to create a balanced tank unless you got fish and plants. So loads of plants because they'll survive, and a few fish, and they keep adding fish on a regular basis till you get to the level you want. This is not to say there's some misunderstanding about this. A deep substrate system, a dirted tank, does not necessitate just a few fish. Not at all. You can have that tank absolutely glutted solid with fish. You just don't want to do it day one. You want to
Right.
do it gradually and give the tank a chance to build up and be able to support. But the more fish you put in a dirty deep substrate, the happier they'll be. So long as it's loaded with plants. The more plants you have, the more fish you can have.
Hmm. Let's see here. Oh, T-Bone, I don't know what's going on. He says his membership's disconnected for some reason. We'll have to check that
Oh,
out.
that's odd.
Let's see. How many people in chat have at least one endangered species? I do have one. It's a wild caught betta up there. I don't know if he's on the endangered. He might be. A betta mahai chai. I can't say
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, there
Nice.
you are, T-Bone.
Let's see.
Mahaichis? I can't say. Aquafunk, we call it a machichi.
Right. Aqua knows how to say it.
Yeah.
Funk knows how to say it. Kenny D is here. Hey, Kenny. How'd I miss him? There's Ilyuta. I wanted to get Ilyuta up there as well.
Oh, I think it was Fish Central. Yeah. Said he had a cardinal tetra that lived to be 6 years. And I remember you talking about this one time. You were telling me about, I don't know, when they went to the Amazon and they found, and they were like big. They had gotten large. Was that the cardinals? Or was it
Yeah,
the,
there were some, yeah, there were some. There were two put on display in New York. Golly, years ago in the 50s, I think, that were like 6 inches long. No, there's no record of where they came from or where they went, but there were two big ones that were on display. The thinking was that fish never stop growing, so they were probably caught in deep water in some area that where nobody's ever seen them before or since. Uh, were brought back uh, and maintained at least for a while. But yeah, that's kind of remarkable when you think about fish like that getting
yeah.
that big, and how old they had to be. They had to be probably 25 years old or more to be able to get that
But,
big.
and that's a long time for one in an aquarium. 6 years. That's
Indeed
pretty
it
cool.
is. Indeed it is.
Let's see here.
Let's see.
Oh,
Kenny says 100 gallons. How much dirt inches then sand to make it dirt? Two
yeah.
in 100 gallon. I would do 2 inches of dirt and 4 inches of sand. That's a total of 6 inches. You can add another inch if you want, but like 2 inches of dirt and 4 inches of sand. That would work in 100. In a 50, you can add a little more. Anything below a 55, I would not go more than an inch of dirt. Here's the problem with the dirt is that unless you have a very deep sand cap, it will bubble up and work its way through that sand cap and foul the tank. That dirt in the first few months is pretty active. Now, 2 inches will hold 1 inch of dirt down. It won't be a problem. But if you do 2 inches of dirt, 2 inches of sand is not going to be adequate.
Yeah.
It won't hold it down. It'll bubble up and work its way out quickly enough that it'll foul the tank. So there are limits to what you can do. Critical species.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of vulnerable. Yeah, there sure are. Virtually everything. There's very little that's not endangered. The environments that these fish. Here's some interesting numbers. There are twice as many species of freshwater fish as there are saltwater fish. And yet freshwater only covers about 20% of the Earth's surface, whereas saltwater covers 2/3 of the Earth's surface. So freshwater fish are much more dynamic genetically, morphologically, than are saltwater fish. That means that there are more species in tiny little areas where they only exist in that one tiny little area. And when those go extinct, that's it.
They're gone.
They're gone forever. They'll never come back. And that's happening minute by minute on the earth. There are thousands, perhaps tens of thousands of species of fish, freshwater fish, that are being lost every year. There are fish being discovered. They go back a week or a month later and they're gone. The water has been fouled. Somebody treated it with a toxin or brought cattle in or logged it or mined for gold or just used an ancient technique for catching fish using the sap of certain trees in order to numb them. That kills everything. It makes of that spot where that sap is used a dead zone, and nothing is alive there anymore. So there are problems all over the world, serious and severe problems. We need to be rescuing these animals. We need to be putting them in captivity. It's exactly where they need to be. They need to be in captivity because it's the only hope they have to be able to survive. And when you take that option away, you leave nothing. There's nothing to replace animals in captivity.
Right.
The single salvation for countless thousands of species. Honestly, this legislation is just so wrong. It is so destructive. It lacks any kind of wisdom at all, any kind of understanding at all. It is knee-jerk, reactionary, and stupid. Deeply, deeply stupid. Is that you humming?
I think it was. Sorry, I think I had a notification.
Okay. I heard it twice.
Joshua Bone, did you see that one? My 2-week-old 55-gallon deep substrate tank as white slime with sand.
Give me a timestamp.
It's not showing timestamps for some reason. You know where T-Bone?
You can click it. Oh.
It's right above T-Bone where he came back in his membership. I don't know why
There's a little 3 dot at the top. Are you on?
I'm on YouTube. I'm on
You're
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Go to the top of the chat. Let's see if I can get there.
What it's doing. That's the first time it's ever done that. Usually there's a timestamp.
See where it says top chat? Should say live chat. On the opposite side of that line are 3 little dots. Click on that.
I don't think mine's got it. See?
Oh, you're on your phone.
Oh,
I don't know how it comes up on the phone. Where it says live chat, there should be 3 dots there. And there's a toggle timestamp. I don't know how to do it on the phone.
Scott came in.
Hey, Scott.
What did John say? John said something. And Grant came in. Hey, Garden of Eder. Donna.
Fanatical saying you're Buzz. Oh yeah, he wants you to turn your buzz off.
Yeah. Buzz off,
Buzz
Mary.
off. Right, buzz off. Right. Joshua Bone, 2-week-old 55. That's
Thank
white
you,
slime
John.
on Santa Butter. Smells bad.
Yeah.
Have Val and 1 tetra in there now.
That, thank you.
It's a bacterial slime. Um, there are things that'll eat it. Snails eat it. Shrimp eat it. If you want to put a bunch of snails in there, they'll take care of it. It's bacteria, so probably you've been feeding your fish, and and you're overfeeding, probably.
Yeah. Or do you have
You
a,
can use the net and swish it out, but it's not particularly going to hurt anything unless it gets really bad. So stop feeding if you're feeding at all. Don't do any more of that. Put more plants in there. Try to get some snails or shrimp.
mhm.
They like it. Garden of Eater. Hey, Garden of Eater's here.
Grant?
Good to see you. Nice to see you. We got Lucas down here now.
I
We need,
know.
we need to get together with him.
I can't wait. I want to watch Father Fish outdo him out there catching, going
Oh, that'd be
collect.
fun. You need to do
Oh,
that.
that's what John was saying. We may get new species with genetic modification. Did you ever watch the Coral G video I sent you where he went to the Amazon and you just made a specific point that they found a new species of tetra?
Yes,
He
I
was with,
did. I did see
yeah,
he was with Blair.
yes.
Oh, it's
And
fabulous.
and it was
Fabulous
only
video.
found, it
Yep,
was only
yep,
found in that one little puddle of water, but there were
right.
two different species where they were
Yep,
nowhere
sounded like.
else.
Yep, sounded like. Um,
But
yeah, that's a great video, and it's a really good one for
it's real
understanding
good.
what's going on with these little biotopes worldwide. Um,
Let's see.
Blair, I had made a comment about Lacey, and uh, Blair saw it and commented back that that he agrees that if this Lacey thing goes through, it will be the death knell to freshwater fish in the world. They'll all be gone. At least all of the little uncommon stuff. It'll be goldfish everywhere. Goldfish and plecostomus will take over the world.
Oh gosh.
Somebody, David Arms is in Facebook. Hi, David. Nice to see you.
Let's see. I'm gonna drop the link for that video of coral fish because it's really good.
Like, yeah, everybody should watch that video.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Fanaticals. Yes, please, everybody hit the like. Oh, Paul, I've got little chihuahuas and it's a little scruffy mutt. It's just a little fuzzy dog that wants in. But I used to raise Jack Russells. I raised Jack Russells for years. We even showed them. I love them.
Donna Tomac, yeah, you said it right, Donna. It's trying to kill creation.
Yep,
Yep.
that's right, Donna.
T-Bone wants to know how the Lacey Act will
Yeah.
impact the pet industry. Well, in some ways we don't know because we don't know what the Department of Interior will do. But the way the law is written is particularly disturbing because of the 20,000 animals that are currently being traded in the hobby. There are 20,000 animals in the hobby today. Of those, the law specifically states that only those species that are marketed in very large quantities will be on the so-called white list, or that is to say, none marketed in small quantities. So, what large and small means remains to be seen. But if that's the criterion, then we know for sure that goldfish and common plecostomus are going to be right on the top of the list, because those are not only the most widely distributed animals, they are also the most invasive and
Right.
destructive. So the law itself makes clear that it is not about controlling invasive species, since it specifically allows those invasive species that are the most dominant to continue to be sold in the trade. It's a completely insane, meaningless, just opposite thinking piece of legislation. It was obviously written by a complete doofus who has no understanding at all and is simply trying to make a political point.
Yeah.
Because that's all it does. It makes a political point. The consequences are so draconian and so horrible that it's difficult to even contemplate it. But for sure, it will destroy 10,000 species of animals globally in the first year of its implementation, because there will no longer be any reason to protect the environments that those animals are coming out of. Long and short of it. Nothing
Howard,
wild caught. Nothing wild caught.
Right.
Nothing wild caught will be included.
Let's see. Oh, Howard Van Tassel says about the act, if it goes through, that will kill discus. Or will it kill discus? That if it passes, would that be one of the fish that would just...
It's an interesting question. I probably, those animals that are currently being farmed, here's the discus probably will make it because they're easy to distinguish. Here's the other consideration. Whatever list they come up with has to include species that somebody who knows nothing about fish can be taught to identify.
Right.
Okay, what does that mean? That means neons and cardinals are probably okay, but there are a lot of other tetras that will not be okay unless they approve all tetras, and they're not likely to do that. Here's another element. The regulation states that any animal that is capable of surviving in the wild in any environment in the territorial United States or its territories cannot go on the white list, cannot be traded. That includes everything. Everything.
Oh.
Nothing survives that. So, how are you going to implement something that essentially cannot be implemented?
Yeah.
That's part of what's so disturbing about it.
Scott.
Yeah, we talked to the people who wrote it, and they say, "Oh well, it'll all get worked out once it's approved." The bureaucracy will work out all the details. Yeah, right. That's the problem. That's precisely the problem.
I was laughing at Scott. Did you see his comment? He said, if Lucas and Father Fish get together, you're about to enter another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land of Aquarius. Next stop, the Father Fish Zone.
Really. That's funny.
And hey, Wendy, if you're watching, Scott Woman.
Yeah, I'm excited about getting together with Lucas. It's
Me
going to be
too.
a while. He's going to be awful busy.
Yeah.
They're trying to get that piece of property.
I wonder, is the guy who bought Lucas's place, is he somebody that does YouTube, or was he a professional fish keeper?
No. he owned 3 fish tanks.
Well, he better start watching YouTube.
I expect. Well, he's got a channel.
He does.
He does, yeah, and I don't remember his name. Lucas mentioned him on the current video, so be
Yeah,
sure to check that. Catch
definitely.
up with that current video.
I mean, he could be really set up for a channel too, knowing if people knowing he's got LRB's fish room, they're going to be wanting to see what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh, Paul says I'm setting up a refugium. I can't say it.
Fusion,
For a
right.
Malawi tank. What plants do you suggest?
Malawi.
Yeah, for Malawi. He's going to
Yeah.
set up.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what I used, where it's more hard leaf plants, like sword plants. The swords have a tougher leaf. One of the things I found was interesting. The Malawis are algae eaters. They're plant eaters. Now they typically don't eat leafy plants because they don't have any in the lakes, but they do have lots of algae, and their dentition, their teeth structure is what defines them by species, and it changes based on the kind, type, and structure of algae that they are able to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Some scrape very fine, others scrape very shallow. It varies by dentition. What I found is that if you put plants in with them, you want to first of all put a lot of plants in, not a few, and nothing soft, because they'll just go through that like butter. But more coarse leaf plants,
Oh,
and put a bunch of them in, not just 1 or 2. What they will typically do is they will uniformly attack one plant, and they'll work at that plant until it is gone, and then pick another one. But in the process, it might take them weeks to get that one plant worked down, because they don't go after it like it's spinach. They'll take a bite out of it, and they'll move on. They do have teeth, so they really can bite and chew. Well, I love about chew. They bite. They can bite with teeth and chomp bits of a leaf off. So if it's a coarser plant, they're going to not be able to do as well with that. And if you
right.
have more of them, they're not going to go around and attack them all. They'll work on one. I think as they break into it, it becomes a little easier, and so they tend to do it that way. They are a plant eater, but they are not voracious about it. So
Right.
you can get away
Um,
with having plants with
and
Malawi cichlids.
he's also talking about, well, I think he's saying he's going to put the plants in the sump. So plants, say like hornwort or a Java
Yeah,
fern.
anything. Hornwort's
Java,
right. Yeah, you
I know
want something that's going to grow fast and really do a job with the
right.
O2 and the
Fish man
nutrients.
does a lot of stuff like that, and he's got all kind of plant filters. He uses a lot of hornwort and Java moss. He's done some with some washer tang.
Yeah, stuff that's going to work on the water column.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Hey, Mermaid Chorus. And Chris and Sunset Jen said it's aquatic peace. Aquatic peace.
Peace.
And his name is Nathan. Okay.
Guy's name is Nathan in the LRB house. Nice. Well, we'll look forward to getting to know Aquatic Peace. Packing tanks, he took a few tanks down with him, not many. He's got 6. He mentioned in the video, he has 6 storage units that he has to go back and unload.
Golly.
So he's got a big trailer there right now, or a big U-Haul that's packed to the gills. I assume that's all household stuff. a few
Yeah.
tanks. He said he was only bringing a few tanks, and he plans to dig ponds.
I just
Somebody,
wondered.
yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I wonder if there's some of the fish that he really hated to, to part with. But
Oh, you can bet on it.
yeah,
You can bet he made the deal to get back there and bring and collect some,
right.
you know,
Oh,
for sure.
oh, pothos roots. Yeah, that's right, Scott. Putting pothos
Yeah,
in there.
that's right.
That's a great one.
Absolutely. Yeah, pothos are terrific. Good choice.
Let's see. Did I miss something else?
Scott's still in Texas. So he's selling fish. Chris said he's calling himself Aquatic Peace and selling.
Gosh,
All
that'd be
middle
what.
business.
I mean,
Well, no reason why he shouldn't,
Right.
It is a going business.
right. That's a major undertaking to do. I mean, that place was incredible. I mean, it really was. Peace Lily. Yep, that's a good one.
Chris makes
Peace
an
Lily.
interesting comment here. He says, pretty weak that the other 8 channels are not speaking out about Lacey because they have no
It's died
sponsors.
down.
Pardon?
I said it's died down. I haven't seen much on it.
Well,
Hey,
it's
General.
coming up right now real fast. I mean, it's coming at us like a freight train. It's already been, the Senate has passed its version. It's gone back to the House. The House will be voting against that, and then it'll go to committee. The committee members have been appointed. So they'll begin meeting, if not this week, next week. We just lost your sound, Mary.
Okay, there you go. I just went to sit down and the dog was like, I'm sitting on a bucket on a pillow. When I went to sit down, the dog was on the pillow and I sat on him.
Sitting on the bucket on the pillow.
Yeah.
Hey, are you working full time? What are you doing?
Right now, pretty much I'm working from 10 to 6 every day. So I'm getting an 8-hour day. But I've been working
Wow.
back to back because he's training me and that sun's coming right in my face. He wants me to like absolutely run the store. I have no bookkeeping experience. I don't know if I don't mind being a cashier and helping people, but I don't know if
Well, he
I stay
probably
broke.
he's probably got an accountant. So
Right.
talk
Hey,
to the
Chris.
accountant.
Chris Stubbs is here. Woohoo.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, good night, Paul. Says it's getting late there and he has to work in a few hours. And God bless you too.
You absolutely said the UK. Yep.
Bobitis. Oh, now
Stubbs. Hey, Stubbs.
I don't. Fanaticals asked about bobitis. I just got some bobitis.
Hudolati.
I don't know if it's.
Hudolati is the medium difficulty.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, the sun.
Yeah, if you're doing Java ferns, you should not have any trouble at all.
Sorry. Oh my
You're
gosh.
having trouble over there, Mary. What are you doing?
Yes, sir. About not. I've buzzed us and then about. No, there you did it again.
Freight,
Sorry,
right.
guys.
Freight train, right? Coming at us like a freight train. It is indeed.
Sure is. Hello, Benjamin. Benjamin Morgan.
Jumping up before. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, shalom. Nice to see you, Benjamin. Weekend is almost over.
I know.
Denroy Ashmead. Hello, Denroy.
Roy.
Blessings to you.
Yes.
I did Aquashella last year in Orlando. Had a good time. It was fun. It was a lot of walking, and that was kind of a struggle for me. But I was glad I went. I couldn't go this year. My legs wouldn't tolerate it. But I'm looking forward. I want to get to the Louisville conference.
Oh gosh, I hope you do.
Yeah, I hope I do too.
Excellent.
I really, that's in
That's kind of
June.
why I took the job, because at the rate I was going, there's no way. I mean, it's 3 hours away, but I just couldn't. I can't, like, afford it unless I got some crowdfunding or something.
Yeah.
We need crowdfunding to send Mary and Father Fish together.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if Aquashella allows YouTubers
Yeah.
um, to get in free if they're maintaining the YouTube booth. That means you
Hmm.
have to have over 10,000 subs or something,
Yeah.
or 5,000, whatever the number is. But I was able to get a couple of people in with me the last time, so I don't know if they're going to be doing that. We need to contact them and find out if there will be a YouTube booth,
Yeah.
and if YouTubers in that booth will be, if they're going to pay to get in.
It's at the end of July, Howard. I'll see if I can find the.
Mermaid's Chorus.
Hello. Let's see. It's called the Triple Crown, and it's in Louisville. It's called. I think it's Gary Lang. Is it Gary Lang, the Rainbow Fish? The American Cichlid Association, and I think the
Live
American
bears
or live bears. Okay, it's
and killifish. Yeah, I
killifish.
think it's
Okay.
killifish. Is that right? Is killie a part of it?
I don't know. I can't remember. Let's see here if I can find it. Triple Crown for Fish in Louisville. Let's see what it says. It'll pull up. Well, let's see if I can share the link.
Oh, we'll talk about it as it gets closer.
Yeah. I'm really hoping, like, I'm already planned to go. Like, Kevin's Canines and Aquatics is going, and he and I are supposed to be getting a room, well, go get a room, but, it's all of us staying in there. And, but it's for a week too, so that makes it kind of a little harder for me. If it was a weekend, it would be easier, but a whole week, I hope, I don't know if
Yeah,
I
it's
can
a bit
stand
much.
it or not.
Mm.
But it should be a great time. Okay, here's the link for it. Benjamin's looking for ideas for a centerpiece fish in my 60 tall community. Hey, ABC.
What other kind of fish do you have in there, Benjamin? ABC is here. Hello, ABC. Good to see you.
Oh, every time I see ABC, I think about the auction. Is that,
Right.
is that, no, that's not this Thursday, is it?
No, it's
The next, but the
the
third
next one.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Okay.
third Thursday, right.
Let's see.
A centerpiece fish. Angels and discus are obvious centerpiece fish. You could do something like chocolate cichlid. I've got these waru. See if I can show you. They're out. There they are.
Oh, I love their eyes.
Yeah, they're amazing, aren't they?
They're so
See,
cool.
one has yellow eyes, the other has
Oh,
red
they do.
eyes. You see that? Yeah. I think
What
it's
does
a
that mean?
I think it's a sexual dimorphism.
That's what I was wondering, if one's
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But I don't know which is which.
Oh, Benjamin has rummy nose tetras and pandacories and plecos. So what about like what is one, a blue acara, or would that be
A what?
a blue acara? What am I thinking about?
Oh,
Okay. Trying to think.
like a cichlid, a lonicura.
Yeah, or like some apistos, or not that the rams are hard to keep, but
I don't know, centerpiece fish. The problem with angels is that they get big enough to eat the tetras. And they will. They'll get big enough to eat tetras. I think
I
Mary's
lost.
frozen.
Yeah.
You're back.
Am I back now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Fanatical says I got an electric blue Acara.
ABC is 37 away from 500 subs. Go.
So let's fix that.
Dynamite. All right. Let's see. Everybody make sure you're signed up with ABC. And make a look.
ABC's awesome. He's got some really cool, like, oh, big biotope aquarium, just so cool.
I'm sure I have.
Hey, Nanoscape 30 was Aquascape 30. Okay. You've moved to Nanoscape now. But they, oh, yeah, but they ate my rummy nose. I was wondering, I was thinking the blue Acara could be.
Yeah, they're no good. They'll eat all the tetras.
A betta is always a great centerpiece fish.
That's a good choice, actually. Good choice. Yep, I agree.
Angelfish. I kind of like that too, Benjamin. I love angelfish. I think they're beautiful, but I've had them one time. I even bred them and all that. Or I didn't breed them. They, you know, they did it. But they were a lot of fun. But oh my gosh, if you get a pair, they just keep having babies, keep having babies, and keep having babies.
There he is.
Is he up?
Yeah, he's up. How are you?
Hey.
I'm just on your channel, just looking at it.
I just wanted to come up quick and give you guys an update on the 180.
Yes.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So let me switch the camera around for you here.
A Gourami Sunset Gen. Mm-hmm.
We just lost you again.
Uh-oh. There he is.
There he is. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
I've added some new plants like this guy
Sunfish. Here. Yeah.
But it's growing in real nice and it's looking nice.
It looks fantastic. Look at that.
It's I like it. That's a cool biotype. What size tank is it?
It's 180 gallon.
Oh, it's big. Wow.
I mean, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Golly.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh, 3G says Congo tetras are nice. Yes, they're really pretty.
They are. That's a good choice, too.
Mm-hmm. What's the little Gouramis? Powder blue Gouramis? The little dwarf ones?
Yeah, they're
or honey
horribly,
Gouramis?
they're horribly aggressive. Honeys would be good. They would be okay. The blue Gouramis, blue pygmies would be terrible.
This honestly is a really cool plant. I really like the growth structure of it.
I like it too. That's nice.
Yes.
It's Potamageton robinsi. So robin pond.
Yeah. Nice.
The bluegill. Or that's the bluegill. That's
how many you have in there? How many fish?
So there's 3. So there's 2 pumpkin seeds, a bluegill, a rock bass, and a bowfin.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
That's the current stocking right now.
Right. But you got room to add more. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I brought down another tank. So this is a 48-gallon column tank.
Oh, that's neat.
Huh.
That's great for a deep substrate.
I'll show you my rainbow shiners. And then these are all the babies.
Your babies, yeah.
Oh,
look at that, my word. Oh, that's
got
great.
Going on.
Look at them all.
This is the second clutch. They're just starting to pre-swim.
What are you feeding them?
So I'm feeding them fry starter and fresh hatched brine shrimp.
Oh, that's good. If you can get a microworm culture going.
This is the fry starter stuff.
Well. Yeah.
It's 100% Atlantic krill, but it's only 250 micrograms, microns, which is
that's pretty small.
It's less than fresh hatch brine shrimp, which is at about 400 microns.
Yeah. Nice. Cool.
So it's good for the first bites, if you will, pun intended.
Nice.
And then
good for you.
I've got some breeding racks that just went in, and 2 more tanks.
My. We're
Yeah,
getting,
so making-
yeah,
You
we're
are,
getting it.
my
We're
goodness.
getting an
and-
arc built
yeah. Today I just finished running the PVC pipe in the breeding room.
for air. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, for air. So there's going to be 2 more stands or 2 more racks right here. So this is one rack. These are, it comes in 2 pieces. You can double stack them for 71 inches high, but I didn't have the clearance because of this.
Yeah.
So I made them 2, but I'm going to do 2 71 high, and they'll have 4 20 longs on them each for breeding tanks.
Very cool.
And then these 29 gallons, I'm cutting a hole in the drywall so you can view them from the other side of the wall.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So is there a specific fish that you're really wanting to breed and
Well, it's going to be native, so I'm going to be breeding the rainbow shiners. Also, I'm going to be breeding mountain red-bellied dace, saffron shiners, red shiners.
That's exciting.
I got a bunch of driftwood that I've collected. Showed you guys this. But yeah, some little updates in the fish room.
Dynamite. Love it.
awesome.
Love it. Very nice. Nanoscape. Hello, Nanoscape.
Oh, this guy?
Rock bass. He's saying rock bass. He wants you to put rock bass in there.
You want to see the rock bass?
Have you got some rock bass? Sure.
Yes.
If I can find him, he's only about 2 inches.
Hey, Jim.
I'm looking for him right now. Bear with me. I'm actually surprised he's still in here. I just saw him earlier today, but I have a 12-inch bowfin in this tank,
Oh, my.
and a 2-inch rock bass.
Right,
You'd think the rock bass would have been food by now, but he's been in here about a month.
It's just amazing. It looks so cool. It's so it looks like you're just looking right.
Sorry about the glare from everything, but
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Oh, it looks good.
yeah, I don't see him right now. He's probably behind the log or in the weeds somewhere.
Have you ever kept a warmouth? Nanoscape is asking.
I have not kept the warmouth.
It's cool, isn't it, Donna? Everybody's loving it. Y'all make sure to check out his channel. He's only, would you say, 37 away?
37 away from
500.
from 500. And when I hit 500, I'm doing a giveaway.
All right.
So you'll want to be subscribed to stay tuned for that.
All right.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can get your link.
But
Yeah, I got it.
yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the 180 and how it's growing in and stuff. So, but I gotta hop back off. I gotta give my son a bath and put him to bed.
Oh, boy.
Good to
Good
see
dad.
you. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you. You
All right,
going to
guys.
come to the auction?
When is it?
Third
next
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Thursday
Yeah,
a week. 2
I'll be on.
Yeah.
I'll be up on stream.
All right.
All right. Bye for now.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye. He did really good at that last auction. He got like a lot of plants and
Oh, yeah, for no money. He
right.
did
Oh,
amazingly well.
Sunset Jen is asking, what do you know about clown killies? Thinking of getting some, but the proposed tank has heaps of dwarf lettuce in it. Killifish. Oh, I don't know anything about killifish, except for I like them. Look at that. And the clown killies are
Dwarf
beautiful.
lettuce. It'll be fine. It'll be perfect. It's a tiny fish. They don't get big. It's you're probably gonna get them in a 1/4 of an inch long. They'll grow to maybe 1.5 inches tops. Typically 1 inch. Wonderful fish. Absolutely love them. They're pretty. They're interesting. They do stay at the top, so they will be in those plants. That'll really be perfect for them.
Uh-oh. Okay, Ryan just came in. Okay, he said, I don't mean to offend anyone, which you won't. We got to learn. I want to know what I did wrong. I set up my first tank, Father Fish, with deep substrate, soil, and additives with the sand cap. A month later, the sand was turning black in areas, and it smelled bad. and he removed everything and redid with gravel. So did something just
Either your dirt was too deep and your sand was too shallow, or your dirt was too deep and your sand was too shallow. So I would suggest your dirt was too deep and your sand was too shallow, because it wouldn't do that otherwise. The sand would not turn black. I mean, there might be in little small spots, but the whole
Right.
thing, it wouldn't be substantial. That's what I'm saying. You have to limit the dirt to an inch, and the sand cap to no less than 2 inches. And if you do that, it won't be a problem. The other thing, of course, is you don't want to get in there and muck around with it. You don't want to
Right.
stir. Excuse me,
Oh.
stir it up.
Jimmy P. I can absolutely drop Jimmy P's link. Roxanne and I had Jimmy P on Thursday with Dee Dee, and I couldn't get up on screen. I missed my date.
Oh my. Let's see.
Let's see, he's not far from, and he's going to do a giveaway.
Said he probably added too much dirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I proved that to myself. There's a video in which I'm wildly throwing together the ingredients in a 10-gallon tank.
And you're
think
being
the dirt
blown away.
Yeah, the dirt was like 3 inches deep. The sand was 4 inches, and it went foul in days. There was no saving it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's you can overdo it. You gotta be gotta be conscious of it.
Right.
The other thing is to wet that dirt good. I like to soak it overnight to make sure it's wet, so it's not going to be trying to work its way up into the sand, sunset
Right,
sand.
right.
Yeah, killies are a beautiful fish.
They are.
Clown killies, I love them. I'd like to get some. I think I know somebody who's got them. I'm not set up to do killies right now. I need to do something about that because I really do love killies.
The Digitech man, and I said it that time, said he just set up a dirted tank in our elementary school. It's dirty tank number 4 for me.
Nice. Good job.
I think it's is it Jess from Maine's Tail Spinning First and Keeping Killifish? I feel like she had some. And then who is that I talked to on Discord that night? JR. Now okay.
Yeah. He's been active with killies for 50 years, and he's got a pretty good selection.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Gunther Eye. I want to get Gunther Eye and clown killies. Those are the two I really want to work with.
If you want to know about killies, he can sure tell you about them.
Oh, yeah, he's amazing.
Let's see. That's right, Ryan. And it is, like you said, Father Fish, it's getting that sand cap on it where that organic soil doesn't get into the water column.
Working the way work through it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Fanatical, bless you, fanatical.
Right, Ryan.
Yeah, Roman said, Ryan, I had a similar issue. Added more sand, it was fine. And that is the solution.
Yeah.
Just add another inch of sand rather than tear it all up.
Right.
You start digging around in those things and it won't be a mess, but you just want to, if you're having trouble, add sand. Add another inch of sand. And then add another inch. I had a 20-gallon tank in my shop, 20 long, not a 20 tall, a 20 long, which is like 30 inches long. And it's 10 inches tall. It's not even a foot tall. I had 5 inches of substrate in that tank. 5 inches of substrate, 5 inches of water. That tank kept anything I put in it and grew anything I put in it. It was an amazing tank. So yeah, the more the better. Yeah, it's a whole natural thing. The more substrate you have, the more natural it is.
Says, is it possible I added too much organics? I'm thinking I should have seen more. I mean, yeah.
I was talking with somebody last night on Discord. They did that. They added grass, a load of grass to the dirt layer, and it exploded.
Oh, wow.
It just blew the tank up.
Yeah.
It's gotta be aged. You're gonna go through a chelation process anyway, but you want to use, like when I use compost, I use black cow or some very heavily composted material. I use nothing raw. I don't put gobs of plants in there. Nothing like that. I don't want it that dynamic.
Ooh, nice name.
It'll just blow up.
Now,
let me say one more thing. If a tank blows up, leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't do a thing to it. In 1 week, it'll be stable. It'll be solid as a rock. Whatever is going on will work itself out in a very short period of time, a matter of days, and it'll stabilize. In a week, it'll look beautiful. The water will be clear. It'll be healthy. It'll be fine. So don't feel like if something crashes, you're dead in the water.
yeah.
Now, I've got a video about that. It nearly went viral. I got like 10,000 views on it. Made it about 15 months ago. It's called Catastrophe.
Oh, yeah. I remember
in which a tank blew up. Somebody dumped a lot of food in it. In
Yeah.
fact, it was this tank right here. It was this 30-gallon tank. What I did was I took out, there was a lot of dead material. I took the dead material out. And I might have done the small water change. I don't remember. I took the dead material out and left it alone, and it cleared up in a matter of days.
Yeah. It balanced back out.
So it's not the end of the world. It's just part of the process. Water does not stay foul. I guess that's the lesson. If your water has gone foul, count your blessings, because that means it's going to be stronger and healthier than it was before. Give it a chance to work through that. If there's residual matter in there that's dead and rotting, get it out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, leave it alone and let it work. It'll straighten itself out, guaranteed. And it'll be stronger and healthier for it. So never panic.
Yeah.
Never panic. No matter how bad it gets, it can't be that bad. Can't be that bad.
The Nano Aquarium guy and Brian from Motor City Aquatics came in. How are y'all doing? Oh, Kenneth. Kenneth is so sweet.
Yeah,
Just
Kenny's
love
a
him.
sweet man.
You are so just always.
I'd love to get Kenny up here. He used to be active in our Venice club, and then he moved to Arizona.
If I can do it, you can do it. Come on.
Yeah, you panic. That's the problem, Brian. That's what people
Right.
do. They panic. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Never mind. Oh my God! God's in control. Okay. If you're gonna say oh my God, then do it prostrate on the floor, and be thankful. Because he's in control. He knows what he's doing. He'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. You may lose a few fish. You may lose all the fish. But it'll be fine. You'll be okay.
Let's see. Did anybody else have any questions? I think.
Motor City.
Let's see if there was any more questions. I think we got all the questions. If I missed one, y'all just holler at me.
I don't
Let's
see
see.
anything. We're almost at 7:30.
Yeah, it's gone quick. That sun is starting to
It
get.
has, hasn't it? Yeah. Is it possible I added too much organics? Absolutely. Absolutely. And raw organics, what's worse. You can't do raw organic. System's too small to handle it. Now, you can do it, but you're gonna have to go through a process of it all breaking down. It's gonna be foul and stinky for a while. And you really don't want that. I mean, you don't need foul and stinky in your living room
No.
when you're trying to convince people what a master aquarist you are. So, minimum organics. Now, that's not to say no organics, because you do want organics. Peat moss is an organic. Black cow is an organic.
Yeah.
Leaves are organic. You want to put a layer of leaves on top of this whole thing when you're done. That gets a food web going, which is the most beneficial thing you can do.
That's what he said. That's what he did. And Joe Duffy's asking the question and about the, when you do a deep sand substrate, when you have digging cichlids,
Yeah.
like
Oscars.
Yep.
Well, you could do rocks as a way of controlling that behavior.
Yeah.
And it does work. I mean, you can put rocks in there. That helps some. Basically, you got to accommodate them. I had a 500-gallon tank that had about 12 inches of substrate in it. And I had big fish in there. And it maintained itself pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would have big 14-inch Oscars that would get into a breeding frenzy and become earth movers. But by and large, it settled down. I did not dirt that tank. I just did very, very deep sand. But I had it set up for 5 or 6 years at least. And it was growing plants. After about a year, it had enough detritus in there that it was growing plants and growing them pretty well.
Hello, Shane. Let's see.
Cap with smooth, small rock. Yeah, that works fairly. That does keep the big guys from digging up. And you can plant around those rocks.
Mm.
The Digitex said my food web experiment tank is showing interesting life after 2 weeks. It will. It's a remarkable way to do fish keeping, particularly with nanofish. Setting up a food web gives you an absolutely natural environment. And it's really critical to being able to maintain them as healthy, in a healthy environment.
Let's see here. Well, Fanaticals, it might be a good idea. Put it like in a mesh bag and then cap that with one of those, I don't know, almost like pantyhose or something. Put it in there and cap.
Put what in? Oh,
put the spoil like in a mesh type bag.
I don't know. You can do that. I saw MD did that recently.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like it. Because the roots really don't get down in it, I don't believe.
True.
Let's see. There was something else. Oh, Donna told me. Can the leaves be dried or they need to be wet? Oak leaves someone gave me. Dry is fine, but if you want to get a lot of biodiversity in there, you need to collect wet. You need to collect stuff that's partially digested, partially broken down from a pond, a ditch, a stream, a creek, any body of water that's got leaves in it. Just grab up a handful and throw them in the tank, and that'll bring an extraordinary variety of life into the tank. At that point, you can then add dry leaves, but it's preferably early on. You need to get wet leaves. If all you have is dry, put them in. Doesn't hurt the thing. It'll provide nutrition for what you've already got going on in there. But if you can also find a source in the wild, You're not going to find it in your pet shop. Find a source for rotted leaves.
Mm-hmm. Because I did that once with the catawba leaves, just crushed them and put them in my soil and then just capped it.
Yeah, it works just fine. Yeah.
Let's see. My fish move 100 pounds of sand to where they want it. Yeah, they're little bulldozers.
I know it's true.
Hey,
Hey,
Benoski.
Duffy. Hey, Joe.
Joe.
Offshore Wolf. Hello, hello.
That was, yes, hello.
What else have we got?
The goldfish. Oh, Donna says she has a goldfish pond. Any kind of leaves, okay? There's maple and cherry trees, would you say?
Yeah, they'll be okay. They're going to eat them. Don't put green leaves in, because a lot of sap has toxins in it. So you want to make sure they're totally dried out. But the goldfish will eat them. That's food for them. What they'll do is chop them up, so it provides added nutrition for microfauna as well. So it's a good thing to do. Yeah, I did see that on MD.
Yeah.
It makes beautiful tanks, but I
Oh,
really
yeah.
don't like a substrate.
And I mean, he does them because he already tells you most of his tanks, he's going to break down, in like 6 months.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true. He's got limited space, and that's what he works with. So he's
Right.
really not. Yeah, and I can appreciate that. I mean, he's good at it. That's his forte
Yeah.
is design.
Right.
And
That he's like giving us ideas. But see, you can take ideas you get from MD and add them to the father fish system and keep that tank like that. So
Yep.
that's what I've done.
Yep.
No, don't you do it. I'm about to be attacked by a cat. Oh, and Shane. Hey, Shane. I think I had said hey, but hello again.
Donna said the leaves fall in. I never feed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we're at 7:30. I guess we're gonna knock it off. I have been thinking about doing some evening streams, like 9 o'clock in the evening, my time. That would be troubleshooting kind of things, helping people who are in trouble with their systems or
Right.
doing some
Like Ryan
specific
coming in today.
teaching. Yeah. So if that's something that interests you, drop a comment, and I will consider doing it. Hey Shane, good to see you.
And then, of course, y'all can always go to Discord, and he's Father Fish or something.
Yeah, and it's 7:30 here now, my time. So
oh yeah,
that time.
We're Eastern.
Yeah, that's right. 3G is here. Look at this. Hey 3G, what in the world?
Well, you were talking about stuff blowing up, and I was going to see if you could tell me what's wrong with my diver.
I don't know what's inside it, but it could be a problem.
I told him he had to lay off the pinto beans, but it didn't work.
Funny stuff.
That's so funny.
I never saw that.
Only you, Greg.
That is so funny.
I got it at Walmart off the shelf.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God!
It's called the Gassy Diver.
Yes,
that is so funny. He's got some organics in him, and he's releasing bubbles.
Really.
You kept talking about stuff blowing up. I just had to come see why he was blowing up.
Really.
I'm glad you did. That's too
there
funny.
you go. Won't hurt a thing. Won't hurt a thing.
It's all natural.
All natural.
Hey,
got
3G, thank you.
Pinto beans
That's
and that.
delightful.
Yes.
There we go. We calmed him down some.
Yeah, really.
All right, I know you're ready to get down. I just want to come up here and see if I can make y'all laugh.
That's
funny.
You
did.
That's
Love
funny.
you, Greg. That was great.
See y'all.
Hey, the Torres. The Torres, I think.
So wrong,
Thanks
right.
for all you do.
Mermaid's Chorus.
That's so wrong. Yes.
I'd love to start a fish farming business in Jamaica.
Everybody's laughing.
Certainly Africans need your advice. Come on over to Discord. We can talk about it. on this car. We've got the flexibility
Barely.
to be able to do that. Now, our Venice Club is going to be there at our next meeting. We're going to be having several people who have owned or do own pet shops doing a round table. So that'll be interesting.
Oh, that is going to be interesting. I really like it. Were any of them your old, like people that you worked with when you were in your store? I mean,
One
were
of
they?
them. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that should be awesome.
The Taras.
Yes. All right.
Need to give them a rent. Your approach really vibes. Don't feel the need to run out and spend money. Yep, right, like that. Absolutely.
I'll drop the
All right,
discount.
guys. Love you all. Great to be with you. We'll do a little tune here.
Love y'all.
Let's see. Let me see if I can do this. And we'll get everybody. There it is.
I love it.
Too cool.
Yeah.
Mermaid. Bye, guys. Hey, Ryan. It's fun to be able to put all these greetings up at the end. We should do that at the beginning.
Look at that. There's you and your mom.
That's my mom, right? All right, boys and girls. Thank you so
Love
much.
y'all.
Great to be with you. Take care. Bye for
Love
now.
guys.
See you Friday. I may be popping up during the week. Just keep an eye out. Bye for
Okay.
now.